The digital finance world is buzzing. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, as if we're standing on the edge of something truly transformative. Every day, headlines flash about new technologies, cryptocurrencies, and the changing landscape of money. Investors, analysts, and everyday people are all asking the same question: what's next for our financial system? Could we be on the verge of a financial revolution? The signs are everywhere, markets are shifting, and the old ways of moving money are being challenged by innovations that promise speed, transparency, and global reach. The world's financial centers are alive with speculation, and the stakes have never been higher. Whispers are connecting the US Federal Reserve and Ripple, the company behind XRP, hinting at a future where money moves instantly and globally. Imagine a world where the barriers between currencies and countries dissolve, and transactions that once took days now happen in the blink of an eye. This isn't just about convenience, it's about fundamentally reimagining how value flows across the planet. This isn't just another crypto rumor, it's a conversation now echoing in traditional finance, raising the question: are we entering a new era? Financial journalists, executives, and regulators are all paying attention, debating what this could mean for banks, businesses, and consumers alike. The lines between traditional finance and digital assets are blurring, and the implications are enormous. Imagine sending money across borders in seconds, for pennies, instead of days and high fees. For families, businesses, and travelers, this could be life-changing. No more waiting, no more uncertainty, just fast, reliable transfers that connect people and economies in real time. The dream of a truly global, accessible financial system is closer than ever. Blockchain technology, with Ripple and XRP at the center, could transform the US payment system. By harnessing decentralized networks, we could see a future where security, efficiency, and trust are built into every transaction. The technology is already being tested and adopted by major players, and its potential is only beginning to be realized. The excitement is real. Could a government institution like the Fed leverage decentralized tech to upgrade its infrastructure? If so, it would mark a historic shift, blending the stability of central banks with the innovation of blockchain. Such a move could set a precedent for other nations, sparking a wave of modernization across the globe. Ripple's years of building partnerships and navigating regulations may be leading to this pivotal moment. Their work with banks, governments, and regulators has laid the groundwork for something big, perhaps even a new standard for how money moves in the digital age. So, what's really happening behind the scenes? Let's dig deeper, separate fact from speculation, and uncover the truth about this potential financial revolution. The answers could reshape the future for all of us. Let's get to the facts. In a world where financial headlines can be confusing and rumors spread quickly, it's more important than ever to separate what's real from what's speculation. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about topics in the payments industry: the supposed connection between the Federal Reserve's FedNow service and Ripple's technology. The big rumor making the rounds? That the Federal Reserve's FedNow service has officially integrated Ripple's technology and will use XRP, Ripple's digital asset, for real-time settlements across the US banking system. This idea has sparked excitement, confusion, and plenty of debate online. But let's set the record straight. As of October 2025, there's no official confirmation from the Federal Reserve or Ripple of any direct partnership, nor is there any mandate for US banks to use XRP for payments through FedNow. Official statements and press releases have made it clear. FedNow and Ripple are separate entities, each with their own technology and goals. FedNow is designed as its own payment rail, built to modernize and speed up domestic payments within the United States. It's a new infrastructure, created by the Federal Reserve, to help banks and credit unions move money instantly, 24/7, without relying on third-party blockchain solutions. So where does the confusion come from? It mostly stems from Volante Technologies, a company that participated in the FedNow pilot program. Volante is known for using Ripple's technology for cross-border payments, but that doesn't mean Ripple is powering FedNow itself. This is what's called an indirect link. Volante uses Ripple for some of its services, and Volante is involved with FedNow, but FedNow itself does not use Ripple's technology or XRP. It's a bit like saying two companies are connected just because they share a business partner. To make it clearer, think of FedNow as a brand new highway built for faster travel. Volante is like a trucking company that sometimes uses Ripple engines in its trucks. Just because Volante drives on the FedNow highway, doesn't mean the highway itself is made from Ripple technology. The highway, the payment rail, isn't constructed from Ripple tech. It simply allows trucks, or payment providers, to use whatever engines they choose, including Ripple, if they want. So, while there is a connection, it's often exaggerated or misunderstood. The reality is more nuanced and less sensational than the rumors suggest. Understanding these details is key to seeing the real progress in payment technology. By looking past the hype and focusing on the facts, we can appreciate how innovation is truly unfolding in the financial world. Now, let's focus on the real connection. When FedNow launched in July 2023, the Federal Reserve published a service provider showcase, a directory of companies whose solutions work with FedNow. Ripple is publicly listed there. This isn't a formal partnership or endorsement, but it signals to over 10,000 US financial institutions that Ripple's tech is compatible with FedNow. Ripple is positioned as an enabler, helping banks connect to the new payment rail. The Fed built the infrastructure. Banks choose their tech partners. Ripple's listing gives it legitimacy and visibility in a competitive market. The story isn't about the Fed using XRP, but about banks having the option to use Ripple's solutions. It's a foundational step in the modernization of American finance. Interoperability is the key to the future of finance. For decades, financial systems have been closed and fragmented, making cross-border payments slow and costly. FedNow is a leap forward for domestic payments, but Ripple's value is in connecting different systems globally. RippleNet acts as a universal translator for money, linking payment systems like FedNow, Pix, and UPI. A US bank could use Ripple to connect to FedNow and instantly send payments abroad. Think of FedNow as a new airport, and Ripple as the airline offering international flights. Both FedNow and Ripple use the ISO 2022 messaging standard, ensuring compatibility. This shared language makes global, real-time payments possible. Ripple's role is bridging domestic and international payment systems. The dream of seamless global payments is closer than ever. Beyond rumors, the XRP ecosystem has real, measurable wins. The first US spot XRP ETF surpassed $100 million in assets, signaling growing institutional acceptance. ETFs make it easy for traditional investors to access XRP, boosting liquidity and legitimacy. This progress follows Ripple's legal victory clarifying XRP's status, removing regulatory uncertainty. The ETF's success is a direct result of that clarity, opening doors for institutional adoption. The broader crypto market is maturing, with XRP positioned as a utility-driven asset. These milestones show digital assets are integrating into traditional finance. XRP's growth is part of a larger trend toward mainstream adoption. Long-term success depends on continuous innovation. The XRP Ledger's proposed batch amendment could be a game-changer. It would allow multiple operations to be bundled into a single atomic transaction. Either all succeed or none do. This boosts security and reliability, especially for complex exchanges. One exciting use case: native NFT to NFT trading, enabling seamless swaps without third-party services. The batch amendment could make XRP Ledger a top platform for NFTs and tokenized assets. Developer-driven upgrades like this ensure the technology stays competitive. Real progress happens in the code, not just the headlines. Ripple's vision is global, not just US-focused. The company has built partnerships with financial institutions and regulators worldwide, aiming for an internet of value. Ripple collaborates with major bodies like the IMF and World Bank, and is active in central bank digital currency discussions. Its on-demand liquidity service is already transforming cross-border payments in Asia and Latin America. Businesses can now send money instantly and affordably, unlocking new trade opportunities. The FedNow story is just one piece. Ripple's global network is the bigger picture. A Ripple-enabled US system could connect seamlessly to the world. The goal: a unified, real-time global payment network. The intersection of traditional finance and blockchain is reshaping money as we know it. What once seemed like two separate worlds, old-school banking and cutting-edge digital assets, are now converging, creating new opportunities and challenges for everyone involved. This transformation is not just about technology, but about how we think about value, trust, and the very nature of money itself. The FedNow and Ripple story is less about dramatic rumors, and more about real, steady progress. While headlines often focus on speculation or controversy, the reality is that both are working to improve how money moves, making transactions faster, more secure, and more accessible. It's a story of innovation happening behind the scenes, with real-world impact that's often overlooked. There's no top-down XRP mandate, but a powerful market-driven opportunity for Ripple to help modernize US banking. Banks and financial institutions are exploring new tools and partnerships driven by customer demand and the need to stay competitive. Ripple's technology offers a flexible solution, allowing each institution to adopt what works best for them. The future will bring more rumors and breakthroughs. Staying informed is crucial. In a world where news travels fast and opinions are everywhere, it's easy to get swept up in hype or misinformation. But those who take the time to dig deeper, to understand the facts and context, will be better prepared for what's ahead. Understanding the difference between speculation and fact is what sets smart participants apart. It's not just about following the latest trend, but about asking the right questions, verifying sources, and making informed decisions. This mindset is what separates those who thrive from those who simply react. Real progress is seen in institutional adoption, developer innovation, and global partnerships. Every day, new collaborations and technical breakthroughs are pushing the boundaries of what's possible in finance. These efforts are laying the groundwork for a more connected, efficient, and inclusive financial system. Ripple's steady work is building the foundation for the future of finance. Like any major transformation, it takes time, patience, and a clear vision. The changes happening today may seem incremental, but they are setting the stage for a financial landscape that will look very different in the years to come. The journey is gradual. Bridges are built one use case at a time. Each successful project, each new partnership, adds another piece to the puzzle. Over time, these small steps add up to something transformative, connecting people and businesses in ways that were never possible before. Stay engaged, seek credible information, and follow platforms like XRP Insights for clear analysis. The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the changes ahead. Reliable sources and thoughtful analysis are your best tools for making sense of a rapidly evolving world. The future of money is unfolding now. Understand it, don't just watch it happen. By staying curious, asking questions, and embracing change, you can be an active participant in shaping what comes next. The world of finance is evolving, and your knowledge is your greatest asset.